The 357 Magnum Revolvers is simple yet extremely powerful. This gun has got your back even if you're a newbie to the gun world with its uncomplicated design and easy-to-use mechanism. So, here is a list of the top 8 Magnum Revolvers that are so effective that they can actually save your life in those crazy life-or-death situations. We have also included a special revolver on our list that is so expensive that you might have to sell a kidney to own one. What makes it so special? Well, keep on watching. Taurus Model 66 Magnum. Scoring the 8th position on our list, we have the Taurus Model 66 Magnum. This gun embodies flawlessness. It has a very beautiful stainless steel frame that has a matte finish. The grip is made of rubber and feels so good in your hands. But it would be a bit more comfortable if it was made of wood. However, the roughness of the grip is quite pleasant. It anchors well in your hand, and it seems like it won't ever slip. It also has a fixed sighting which makes it stable and more durable. A great part of this gun is the Taurus trademark security system transfer bar. This great feature allows even an amateur to carry it around with a locked hammer. You wouldn't have to worry about any potential accidents. Despite the barrel being short at just 4 inches, the power that the gun possesses is off the charts. It is true that its ballistic power is quite small when compared to other larger revolvers, but it is enough to actually save your life. It is also pretty cheap too, considering that it has all these cool features. However, if you're a fan of the wild and are looking forward to taking your gun out on a hunting trip, this might not be for you. The gun is very small, so it is pretty pointless to use it in the hunting world. Chiappa Rhino 40DS. This gun is the definition of being unconventional. Even at a single glance, you will be able to tell that the gun is worth trying. Although this gun looks like a normal 6-shooter, the modern touch added to the gun made his day. However, as soon as you get your hands on the gun, you will immediately notice that the proportions of the gun are quite close. We're normally used to a regular barrel position in a revolver. It makes a straight line with the top chamber of the cylinder. However, the makers of this gun have placed the barrel low. Since the barrel is in line with your hand, there's no muzzle rise, and the drawbacks as small as your entire arm will absorb the punch. The gun also doesn't allow you some customizations. You can choose your perfect grip from an assortment. A rail is also provided for attaching any accessories you like, be it a light or a laser, free to make little tweaks to the original design. Smith & Wesson Model 640. This model of the Magnum Revolver is a gem. It is made entirely out of stainless steel, making it very chic and sleek. It also has a rugged double-action only dowel. The right size also makes it easier to conceal your weapon. Shooting this revolver is very easy and pleasurable too. It weighs about 22 ounces, which surely ensures the success for the shooters. This company also offers a quite simple and plain Jane version of this beautiful gun. It has all the above cool features and so much more. This model also has a Performance Center Pro Series option. Both these models, however, have drastically different price points. The gun with a PC upgrade definitely costs about $100 more than the other version, but don't fret because of the higher price. The PC upgrade is worth your money, and you wouldn't have to regret any of your choices. It has rear and front tritium drift adjustable sights. The cylinder is also cut to accept moon clips. However, a huge disadvantage of using the gun is that the addition of all these features makes it very heavy, but this problem is outweighed by the awesome performance. Colt King Cobra Carry. We surely think that the Colt King Cobra deserves more hype than what it actually has. This is because the stunning features of this revolver were overshadowed by the reboot of Colt Python. Don't get us wrong, Colt Python is a great gun, but the Colt King Cobra has a special place in our hearts. The gun is made entirely out of stainless steel. It also has a full-sized grip. The gun is also very fast and accurate. This awesome performance is because of the 6-round revolver's weight, which comes to 26 ounces unloaded. The trigger is awesome too and has a great feel, but compared to a pistol, it is 10 pounds, but very responsive. A full lug on this gun adds a level of protection to the ejection rod. This ensures that it doesn't get skewed in everyday rough and tumble. Amazing Hogue overmolded grips with finger grooves add another level of control to the handgun. The bobbed hammer on the DOA variation is also worth noting. However, if you can't live without a hammer spur, there is a carry iteration one. The con of this gun is that the cylinder lock isn't intuitive for those who haven't run with revolver previously. However, this no longer becomes a hindrance when you get familiar with the system. Ruger SP-101. We now have reached the top 3 on our list. In the 3rd position, we have the Ruger SP-101. This gun is basically a smaller frame version of the GP-100 and is available in different calibers. Several barrel lengths are available for this revolver. This includes 2.25 inches, 3 inches, and 4.2 inches. The overall size of the gun is quite small, but this tiny yet reliable revolver is perfect for self-defense, home defense, or both. You can easily rely on this weapon and it will last for many years. The gun has a super cool triple locking cylinder. This ensures long-term reliability and accurate positioning. But despite its small size, the gun fires softly, so the recoil is far more controlled with this revolver's greater weight. Sturdiness and cushioned grip than it would be with another snub revolvers. The gun also has a lowered sights to lessen the possibility of catching on your garments while drawing the revolver from the concealed carry position. So if you're looking for a gun that is reliable and downright awesome, consider adding it to your wish list. Kimber K6. The Kimber K6 is one of the best concealed carry revolvers. The gun is extremely cool and it is clearly visible that a lot of thought went into making this gun. Every single detail was considered and molded to perfection. The K6's design is sleek and elegant. The chances of hanging up on the draw were reduced drastically. The concealed hammer also helps with this. The revolver also has a top-notch trigger with a light for a down 9-pound brake. If you have enough practice, it runs very fast. The front and rear sights on the gun are remarkable, and with some extra points, the gun is very affordable, but it doesn't look cheap. The DCR adds a touch of class and luxury with rosewood grips. Kimber markets its 2-inch barreled K6S as the lightest 6-round .357 Magnum revolver on the market. But don't let this fool you. The gun is still substantial at 23 ounces and eats a majority of recoil. Also, don't let the extra round in a concealed carry model spook you either. It is still very easy to fit it inside a waistband or pocket. Korth Mongoose .357. Are you tired of seeing and using just the classic revolver and want something fun? Well, we think that it is time to move on to something modern and high-end. The Korth Mongoose is a revolver unlike any other on the market that falls into a category of its own. All thanks to the combined effort of German Kurzwaffen and US Nighthawk Custom that we were blessed with the best performing revolver up to this date. We can clearly see the amount of effort and thought that went into crafting this gun. The front sight contains a gold dot that adds to the luxury component of the gun. On the rear end, we will be able to find 2 adjustable sights that allow us to set up proper windage and elevation. However, make sure to always have a firm yet not too tight grip when you start shooting. This grip could be quite a problem for beginner folks, but it is all fine until you hear the price. You can easily get a used car at the same price, but remember, a car will never be this awesome, high-quality revolver. So, if you have some extra cash and are not tight in the budget department, definitely consider making it yours. It is surely a great investment. Want to know more about various guns in the market? Well, for that, you need to subscribe. Also, make sure to hit that like button to show us your support. Now that you know some of the best .357 Magnum revolvers, how about tuning into some more information about the biggest revolvers in the world? It will definitely blow your mind.